In addition to categories of government records made admissible by statute, records report.
I don't know where. What is going on?
Statements or data compilations in any.
I don't know where that's coming from.
You were reunited with your son. Describe his demeanor, how he looked to you.
That's again, it's relevant, Your Honor.
He can describe that out loud. Overall, you may answer the question, sir. You need him to repeat it?
Okay. My son looked confused. He was very scared and very shocked that all of this took place in his school, in which he loved.
All right. And are there any ways that you've noticed as a parent that your son is different was different after the shooting versus before the shooting?
Yes.
Describe what you noticed.
Judge Lilly.
And objection to relevance.
Okay, I didn't hear leading and relevance. He can describe what he observed when he sees his son. Go ahead. Overall.
So, my son, he's in therapy. He has to go to therapy now. He's still scared of the dark areas in which they have to be pushed in their safe room. He's not comfortable in certain situations like he used to be, like being talkative and things of that nature.
Objection, Your Honor. If I can just set a question about him.
Yes, sir.
Even regarding the statute, the things the county has to prove, this is the things that he's testifying to is not a material fact that has to proven or established to prove that Dr. Parker is guilty of this crime. He's testifying as to things that occurred afterwards, but nothing regarding Dr. Parker's conduct or lack of conduct. So it's not relevant.
Response?
Child abuse and neglect requires a showing that the abuse is so gross, wanton, and culpable that it showed a disregard for human life. The effects of the abuse are what he is testifying to. That is what is gross, wanton, and culpable. And we're there. This is as far as I'm going with this. But the fact that the child is different after than before is relevant to whether the choices Dr. Parker made were gross, or the omissions were gross, wanton, and culpable, because this is the after effect to the children.
It can end here, but again, I'll let you finish, Mr. Rogers. But as to where we are now, I'm going to overrule the defense objection. You can ask that one question. The gentleman may answer that question, but then we're going to stop. Yes, Mr. Rogers.
Just the way. Your Honor, I might agree with Mr. Jenkins that the Commonwealth had to prove some type of serious injury, but that's not what it's charged. It's felony abuse and neglect, but it's not based on any injury. It's based on my conduct and not any impact on these children.
There anything additional?
Not from me, Judge.
Okay. Do you need the attorney to repeat his question?
Yes, please.
Okay. How was your child different after the shooting versus before?
Yes.
Describe how he was different after.
Would you like me to describe before?
If
You
you,
have to answer the question that he asked.
Okay.
yeah.
So after, again, my son, he doesn't like sleeping in the dark because of being in that safe room for however long they were in that safe room, being confined to an area, having, I don't know how much light it was, but he's scared of the dark, having added more light and going to therapy.
Okay. And were any of those things present prior to the shooting?
No.
All right, thank you. I don't have any further questions for you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Garcia. I just have a few questions. Are you familiar with any relationship that your son had with Dr. Parker?
No.
Okay. Your son was a second grade student at Richneck, correct?
Correct.
So he was not in Ms. Zwerner's classroom, correct?
No.
Okay. You mentioned something about a safe room. Isn't it true that your son was in the gym?
No.
Your son was not in the gym when you
No.
picked him up?
No.
Okay. Where was he?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
No, we were told by the police.
Oh, well, I'm not asking you to tell me what somebody told you.
Okay.
So you don't know?
No.
Okay. You filed a civil lawsuit arising from the events on January 6, 2023, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And it's filed here in this courthouse, correct?
Not sure.
You're not sure?
No, I didn't. You have to talk to my attorney on that.
I'm sorry?
You have to talk to my attorney on that.
Okay. You have named Dr. Parker as a defendant in your case, your civil case, correct?
Correct.
And you're seeking money damages from Dr. Parker,
I'm
correct?
not going to talk about that on camera because it's streaming.
Judge, I am going to make a limited objection here in that
any civil suits relate to the children. And I think what he's requesting is that we not be on the air for this discussion and the cameras not continue recording while he discusses his child. And I support that request and ask the court to do that.
Response?
Well, Your Honor, he just asked a series of questions about the child on camera. I'm asking about a civil case, asking him whether he filed a civil case. It has nothing to do with the child himself.
So the objection is overruled. Cross-examination, the questioner is allowed to examine the witness's interest in a case. And for the witness, we are not using names, we are using initials as we previously did. So that is the protection to minors in this case. All right, you may proceed, Mr. T.
Mr. Garcia, you are seeking money damages from Dr. Ebony Parker in that civil case, correct?
Yes,
And a criminal conviction of Dr. Parker would assist in your civil case against her, wouldn't it?
I believe so.
Okay. So you have a financial interest in the outcome of this criminal trial?
Financial, what do you mean?
Well, you just stated that you believe that a criminal conviction of Dr. Parker would assist you in your civil case where you're suing for money, correct?
Yes,
Okay. So you would agree you have a financial interest in the outcome of the criminal trial, correct?
possibly, yes.
Okay. When did the school first contact you about the shooting?
January 16th.
16th?
Yes,
Okay, so 10 days after the shooting occurred. Okay. And how did you get that notification?
I was called by the city, the Newport News Public Schools, I forgot the name of the downtown director of people, but I know her name is, I know her name, but she called me at 6 o'clock on the 16th.
Okay. And do you consider that failure to notify you for 10 days a failure?
Absolutely.
And do you believe that failure is on the part of Newport News Public Schools?
I believe it's on the part of the school system as well as Newport News Public Schools.
Thank you. No further questions.
Any redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. You've indicated on cross-examination that your son, MJ, was not in Ms. Zwerner's classroom. What was his homeroom?
His homeroom was Mrs. McAulif's class.
And did he have occasion to interact with other students from other classes?
They're in the same hallway.
Now, in the immediate aftermath of this, when you picked him up, did he tell you anything about contact he had had with another student?
Objection, relevance, and hearsay.
Okay, and I was going to ask you, are you asking me to give the statement or just to?
I am going to attempt to establish possibly an excited utterance.
Okay, all right, so there's an objection.
Yes.
What's your response?
What is the legal basis for the objection? I missed it.
If you could repeat, Mr. T.
Relevance and hearsay.
Okay, so it would be hearsay unless the court finds that the excited utterance exception applies. I'll need to lay a foundation for that. Well,
So if you can lay a foundation and to the witness, sir, when we ask you to pause, and we can make sure that the evidence is appropriate under the rules of evidence.
Yes, ma'am.
You may proceed.
in the immediate aftermath of the event, right when you see your son, does your son speak to you about the event?
Yes,
Does your son tell you about a child he interacted with that day?
yes,
Okay. And do you know who, just a yes or no question, do you know who that child is?
no,
Okay. When your son is telling you this, can you describe for us, without saying what he said, can you describe his demeanor, how he appeared and how he was acting, and how he sounded?
He was scared, shaky, and nervous.
Okay. Did he relate to you something that had just happened earlier that day?
Correct.
Judge, I think that is sufficient foundation for as to hearsay under the excited utterance.
Yes, sir. Anything from the defense?
Yes, Your Honor, he has, Mr. Cumberland has not established any foundation regarding excited utterances. We don't know what how long before, and if we're talking about the shooting that had occurred at 2 p.m. and the father didn't pick up his child until sometime later in the afternoon, presumably hours later, then I don't see how it qualifies as an excited utterance.
May I respond to that, Judge?
Yes, sir.
The excited utterance exception is extended when the declarant is a child, because courts have recognized in Virginia the nature of being a child and brain development means that the heightened experience of an emergency extends quite some time. There are cases that I will have to look up if the court would like that involve many hours long when the child is young. The younger the child and the more traumatized they are acting, the longer the extension of the excited utterance is.
I am going to sustain the objection. The legal basis would be as such. Reading Rule 2:803, excited utterance. So an excited utterance is defined as a spontaneous or impulsive statement prompted by a startling event or condition and made by a declarant with firsthand knowledge at the time under circumstances negating deliberation. Again, my pauses are to show the pauses and breakups and how to decipher that. It has not been established that the declarant, which would be the witness's son, had firsthand knowledge at a time, as he was not in the affected classrooms, and there's been no evidence other than that being a student at school since it happened, as to how he would have gained firsthand knowledge through an appropriate way. So I'm going to sustain the objection.
I'm going to request to voir dire the witness so that I can establish exactly that.
Okay, you're asking to do so out of the presence of the jury.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you kindly retire to the jury room and we'll bring it out as soon as we can. Thank you.
Please rise to the jury.
Okay, parties may have a seat. And to the witness, you're still under oath. We're going to have some additional questions for you. But one more will work to the door. You may proceed.
In that moment where you were just describing his demeanor, tell us what MJ told you.
That my son sits on the last seat because they don't have any doors in their classroom. So his seat, he could hear the pop. When he heard the pop, the teacher, they heard over the walkie-talkie that someone got shot. And they got everybody scrambled into the outside of their classroom, which was in the direct line of supposedly their safe zone, which is outside of their classrooms.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Did MJ say all of that to you in that moment?
Yes.
Okay. And so, if I understand your testimony correctly, is it that he heard the gunshot and he was in a classroom that had no door?
Yes.
Okay.
He heard a pop, I believe.
A pop.
Yes.
And then he had to evacuate with the school, basically.
He had to evacuate his classroom in the danger zone.
Okay.
Say that you're saying in or and the
in,
danger zone?
in the danger zone because his class has no door. So the zone of where they have to go out is outside of their classroom in that same hallway.
Okay, and he used the word danger zone.
My son,
Yes.
no,
Okay, I think he's asking you, what did the child say? I mean, the verbatim statement.
he was in his the safe room. He went to the safe room.
Okay.
Okay, and Mr. Rogers, you were saying that you want to say something?
I was going to address his characterization of danger zone. I think the court has done that.
I'll continue with your vote.
Judge, I'm not going to seek to admit the statement. We need to bring the jury back up.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bring the jury back in.
Mr. Garcia.
And I know you all just stood, you can keep your seats this time. And I'll explain to them, I gave you a break, it was just a few minutes ago. You can bring them out, but everybody doesn't have to stand. You all are welcome to have a seat once everyone comes in. Thank you very much. Jurors have a seat, and normally they stand, I told them that they just stood, they didn't have to, so it's no disrespect to you all, it was just my command. You may finish with your questions if you have any more.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Garcia, had you personally ever been inside Richneck Elementary School?
Yes.
Had you personally ever gone to your son's classroom? And did your son's classroom have a door?
No.
All right, thank you. I don't have any further.
Cross-examination?
I think we're fine.
Defense has no questions.
No question.
Okay, all right. And the status for this witness?
I would ask that he be released unless there's an objection to it.
He can be released.
Okay, so sir, what that means is you're released from your obligation as a witness. You may stay in the courtroom, you may leave and go about your business, and thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
And next witness,
Commonwealth will call Susan White.
Susan White.
Susan White.
Thank you.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You just have to give it.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, sir?
I know the court has already ruled on Mrs. White's.
Okay, come on, hold on one second. Come on in the witness stand and watch your step. Yes, you can move the chair and microphone. Yes, Mr.
The court's already ruled on Mrs. White's ability to be able to testify today. So doing my objection to any testimony she will give regarding how it's not relevant to what happened on January 6th regarding my client's conduct in the actual mission that occurred on there today. She can't testify to that because she didn't observe it. So I don't believe that she has anything of relevance to offer the fact finding data to decide if my client's conduct is appropriate.
So noted, thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Shin.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name.
Susan White.
Ms. White, how are you employed?
Right now I'm retired.
And on January 6th of 2023, how are you employed?
I was retired by then too.
Okay. And were you at Richneck Elementary School?
Yes, I was.
Why?
I was there for 34 years.
Okay.
And my last year was the year before
Right.
that happened.
And so I want to take you back to the year before that, which Was that your final year before retirement?
It was.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I don't believe her answer was responsive to the question. There may have been a misunderstanding as to what was asked. So it definitely wasn't.
Okay, you can clear that up on cross-examination. You may proceed, Mr. Jenkins.
So during the course of your last year of teaching at Richneck, did you know a student who we're referring to as JT?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and as a reminder, we're not speaking the names of any students at all, only using initials. Whose class was JT in?
My class,
And what grade was that?
kindergarten.
Okay. During the course of your time with JT, was there ever a discipline incident that you did report directly to Dr. Parker?
Yes.
I want you to start at the beginning of that incident that you eventually reported. So what was going on that day that began that?
He had gone up. This was during post-COVID, so we had to be careful with distances and with masks. And he'd gone up to the front of another child's desk with his chair and put his face over about 3 inches from the other child's face. And so I had to think, what am I going to do about this? Because just telling him no, or you need to get back to your seat or whatever, those weren't working with him. So I slid the chair slowly so that if he wanted to get up, he could get up. And if he didn't want to, he could stay seated. I was going to bring it to his desk. But then he pulled the legs away and dropped them. And so I brought it up a little bit further just so I could be right in front of the class. And I sat there and I kept on teaching.
Okay.
So I was still talking with the students.
Let me pause you for a moment so we can kind of visualize this scene. So when he is in the face of another student, how is he? Is he sitting, standing, or doing something else?
He's sitting, leaning in toward him, staring him in the eyes.
Okay. And you testified that you pulled him away. Could you describe how you did that?
I slid the chair I was holding the back of the chair and I slid it back. We had no carpets at that time because of COVID. So it was easy enough to do.
Yeah.
And so he hopped off and grabbed the front legs of the chair and pulled them forward. But I was able not to fall, but to still hold on. So I could get it a couple feet further and then I just sat on it.
So when he pulled the legs, had he stood up out of the chair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So what happens after that point?
I was sitting in the chair and I was talking to the class and not about behavior, about the instruction we were doing. And he walked up behind me and put both of his arms in front of my throat and locked them together and pulled back and down hard. I couldn't breathe. And he didn't let up on it. The only way I got out of that situation was the assistant, the teacher's assistant that I shared with another teacher happened to be in there at the time. She was in the back of the room. So she came up and pulled him off with me and took him out of the room. But until she pulled his arms off, I couldn't breathe.
What, if anything, happened with JT immediately after that? Does he remain in your room?
No, I wouldn't have had it. I would have left if he did. No, Mrs. Parker, my assistant, took him out of the room. But then sometime later in the day, and it got very blurry after that for me, so I can't tell you how long. One of our counselors and our security officer came and brought him back to my room.
So when you say, hold on, when you say brought him back, do you mean JT?
Yes.
Okay. So when you
each had him, I'm sorry.
When you see him come back to your room with the counselor and school security guard, what happens?
They each had him by one hand, and they were trying to get him to move into the room. And he was yelling, no, I don't want to go back in the classroom. And I looked at them and I had his back to the doorway so I could talk to them without everyone in the classroom hearing. And I said, well, he's right. He does not belong back in the classroom. What he did was severe enough for me to contact the police and to press charges. And the security officer agreed with me.
Okay, so what happens with JT next?
Well, they told me they were bringing him back to me because no administrator was available to handle the situation.
Okay.
So I said that if he was going to stay in there, I was going to need to leave the room.
Did you in fact leave the room?
I did, but not because of that. I believe they took him back out again, but it's very fuzzy.
Okay.
What I know is by that point I was so shaky that Mrs. Carter, my assistant, said, go ahead and take a break. And I took my laptop and went to the lounge and got the incident referral form because I wasn't going to leave school without reporting that.
Okay, so hold on just a minute. You've mentioned an incident referral form. Can you just kind of explain to a jury what that is?
That's if you think the discipline problem is dangerous enough or bad enough that you need to refer them officially, formally to the administrators.
And when you say the administrators, what titles do you mean?
Assistant principal and principal.
Okay. And who was the assistant principal at Richneck Elementary School at the time that this happened?
Dr. Parker.
And is Dr. Parker in the courtroom right now?
Yes.
Could you just point her out, please?
She's right there.
Okay. Will the record reflect that she's indicated dependent?
I was not, can you point her out again? I didn't see your hand. Okay, so no.
Thank you, Jim. So you've told us that you got an incident referral form, okay? And what did you do with it?
I filled it out and I typed up a whole description of everything that had happened that day because I had had some positive moments with him earlier, so I wanted those included too. So typed up the day and then I attached it to the referral form as the attachment and the explanation of the behavior. And then I went to the office and I saw that Dr. Goodman, the principal at the time, and Dr. Parker, they were in her office at the time.
And did you go into the office?
I went into the office. I told them everything that had happened.
Let me ask you this question. Did you have the incident referral form with you?
I had it in my hand.
Do you know who you handed it to or what you did with it?
I handed it to Dr. Goodman after I explained everything on it to both of them.
I understand. So after you explained everything that was on it, did, if you remember, did Dr. Parker or Principal Goodman react to that in any way? And if so, how?
Dr. Goodman did. When I was talking about the fact that if an attack is occurring, it should never be that no administrator is available to help with it unless there's a worse attack going somewhere at the same time.
Okay, did Dr. Parker say anything or
No,
have it?
she was making eye contact. She was looking at me. She didn't say anything.
Okay.
Dr. Goodman said, sort of under his breath, prioritize. And I thought, well, yeah, that's what I wanted him to get from that. And then he told me to go to the nurse and have my neck checked out afterwards.
Okay. That year, did JT ultimately return to your classroom or not?
He did.
Okay.
He returned the very next day. He walked in with his breakfast.
Okay.
And I immediately went to the teacher across from me and said, I need to go to the office so that she would watch both of the classes. And she saw who I had with me, and so she understood. And I just told him, he had his breakfast with him. I said, just bring it and come with me. And so we went to the office and I had him sit down in the waiting area for parents there. And I went into Dr. Parker's office. And I knew at that time that my assistant had to stay in a first grade class all day because the sub hadn't showed up. So I would not have another adult in the room. So what I told her is, I cannot be the only adult in the classroom if he's in that room. And so either he needs to be somewhere else, or I'm gonna have to take a sick day and go home.
And was he relocated or what
He
happened?
must have been, because I went directly back to the classroom and continued teaching for the day. I didn't see him the rest of the day.
Okay. At some point later in the year, does he come back to your classroom?
No,
If there were, and if you remember, any other discipline incidents you saw yourself and you reported to Dr. Parker yourself, are there any such incidents?
with him,
With JT, that's right.
no, I don't believe so.
Thank you so much. I don't have any further questions for you. Please answer any questions of the defense counsel.
Can I have a moment?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I thought he was asking me. I'm
Oh, no,
sorry.
it's a moment to confer.
Hello, Ms. White. You just testified that you reported JT's behavior or his presence in your classroom to Dr. Parker directly when he came back the next day, correct? Okay. And then when you told her that, after that, he never appeared in your classroom again, correct?
Right, and I heard, but,
No, you don't tell me what you heard.
okay,
So when you told her that action was taken and justice was JT was removed from your classroom.
he went to another school.
Okay. All right. Regarding the incident referral that you mentioned, do you know whether Newport News Public Schools retained a copy of it?
I was told they didn't.
Okay. And did you have to then supply it to someone else, your own copy that you maintained?
Yes,
No further questions.
In brief, direct.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. White, I want to just direct your attention to the incident referral form. You've indicated there was a form. Was that the only piece of paper you submitted?
I submitted the referral form with the attached description of the day
Okay,
so that I could get the full explanation of what happened, because this little place is not going to be enough.
understood. And the a description of the day that you attached to the referral form, was it typewritten, handwritten, or something else?
Typewritten,
All right. If I showed it to you, would you recognize it?
definitely.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may,
May I see the exhibit?
you may.
Sure. May I first witness, Your Honor?
You may.
What is it that I paid?
You handed me the detailed description that I attached to the incident referral form. And
Oh, okay, and is what you're looking at now a true and accurate copy of the incident report as you wrote it?
yes,
Has anything been redacted from it?
well, yeah, but I did that myself for some that I gave to other people.
What was redacted? Is it a category? I don't know, I sort of words. Is it names?
Names,
Hold on one second, ma'am. What? Yes, sir.
Before she even answers that, objection, that document is hearsay, it's an out of court statement. It's written, being offered for its truth of what happened on that day. She's testified as to what occurred. She's testified that she produced this incident report, but as far as the contents of that incident report, I'm objecting to it as hearsay.
The objection is premature. I haven't offered any evidence yet.
Okay. Agreed, premature, not yet right. You may proceed.
The redactions that appear are the redactions that you did.
the names, yes. I don't know what I had at the top.
Okay. Are you sure that that is the incident referral that you submitted attached to the form?
It looks like it.
Okay, it either is or it isn't. Take your time to read it.
Yeah. I was gonna say I write a lot, but yeah.
So is it the incident referral?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes, it's the
Okay.
attachment that I attached to.
Thank you. Judge, I am moving that now into evidence as Commonwealth 6 as a past recollection recorded for one thing, and also as a prior consistent statement, because the defense was alleging that or suggesting that it didn't exist, essentially, in cross-exam.
Your Honor, there was no such situation that it didn't exist. So that's number one. It's still hearsay. Is duplicative of her testimony and all the previous objections that Mr. Rogers lodged. And it goes beyond, I'm sorry, Your Honor. It goes beyond my redirect as well. I mean, my cross-examination.
And also, how is this not bolstering? How is this permissible bolstering? She testified to what she recalled happened, I think it was a year before.
Yes.
So, I'm talking to the attorney.
I'm sorry.
She testified to what she believed happened to her a year before. Why are we allowing in her written statement, her redacted written statements about that?
Because defense counsel asked whether she gave it to the schools and whether it still exists. And I'm establishing that it does.
Okay, so I guess you're interpreting that as an attempt to impeach. And so you're trying to rehabilitate?
If the objection is hearsay, there's an exception to that. If we want to talk about why it's relevant at this stage, yes, we can go to the relevance rules and find that a prior consistent statement does become relevant when on cross-examination, or does become admissible when on cross-examination, the witness has been challenged as to having a memory or forgetting something. I define the rule.
And again, I understand that's where the impeachment can come to, but that's the missing link for me. So, saying it does not come in, and you may approach to retrieve the document.
Thank you, Judge. So thank you. I don't have any further questions for you.
Anything further? Okay, and the status for this witness? May she be excused?
I'd ask that she be released unless, I'd ask she be released.
And no objection from defense. Okay, so that means thank you for your testimony today. You are released as a witness. You don't have to go back to that room. You do not have to stay in the courthouse. You are welcome to remain in the courtroom if you'd like. Okay, watch your step in. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next witness?
Commonwealth calls for Alonzo Rawls.
Raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Please take a witness stand, sir. Watch your step, and you can adjust the chair and microphone as you need. You may proceed.
Good afternoon. Would you please tell us your name?
Alonzo Rawls.
Mr. Wells, just a quick reminder that we're not using the names of any children today in court. We'll use initials in place of that. Mr. Wells, in January of 2023, how were you employed?
I was a school counselor
Where?
at New Plymouth Public School at Richneck Elementary.
All right. And how long had you, as of the January 2022 or 2023, I'm sorry, how long had you been at Richneck?
It probably would have been, between that time, it would have been like a year and a half,
Okay.
not quite 2 years.
And during the course of your time at Richneck, did you come to know a student who we refer to as JT?
Yes.
And in the course of your duties, did you receive an assignment related to JT?
Yes. In his second year at Richneck, I was assigned to kind of be like his one-to-one within a set schedule.
How did that assignment come about, if you know?
I don't recall in its entirety. I do believe that originally, because he was having some issues, they were trying to put a plan in place to help him to adjust him to the school and, be more productive. So I believe the administration came with a plan up and the administration needed to help him out with that plan.
Tell us how, if you could, just describe for the jury how the one-on-one assignment worked. What did you do?
Well, in the morning, when he got off the bus or was dropped off, I would proceed to have a morning session with him, kind of set goals and plans for him in the morning. He would then go to one of the, I believe it was one of the SPED teachers to kind of reiterate those plans. After that, he was working with Mrs. Kovac on some things like reading assignments. She was a reading specialist at the time. And then when that point, after her time was up, I would come back, retrieve him, and I would take him to the classroom, and I would be with him in the classroom.
Okay. And did you ever speak to Dr. Ebony Parker regarding this assignment with JT?
From my recollection, I don't recall. I just remember this is what they were requesting of me.
Okay. Do you know of any behavior issues that JT exhibited?
Yeah, his first year there, he exhibited a variety of different behavioral issues where he was out of the classroom or taken out of the classroom for whatever case may be, but it varied from time to time.
Okay. Mr. Wells, do you know what an SST is?
Yes.
Okay, what is that? Can you tell us?
Student support team, it was basically a process or a program to put in place to help to assist them in trying to, once again, be more productive in the school system.
And did the SST plan involve regular meetings?
Yes.
Did JT have an SST plan?
They were in the process of moving forward with SST because I believe they were trying to transition that SST into more like an IEP, which is like a more specialized support system for students, and it's called the SPED system.
Okay. And who all was involved in the SST process for JT?
I was currently at the time under New Plymouth Public Schools and policies, counselors were one of the main people that ran the SST process. Administration would be involved when they weren't available and things of that nature, but it was more so put on responsibility of the counselors.
Okay.
To coordinate the SST meetings.
And so at those SST meetings, who would typically attend JT's SST meetings?
It would be either the principal, the AP, myself, or another counselor, a parent, and if they had any advocates that would be willing to be part of the meeting. That's how kind of group of people would be.
Were parents and guardians of children invited to attend those as well?
Yes, of course, yes.
You mentioned principal and AP. What's AP?
Oh, assistants.
Thank you. And as of JT's SST, who was the principal at the time?
During the time, the principal,
I'm sorry, I put you on the spot.
I can't remember.
Okay, do you remember who the assistant principal was at that time?
Dr. Parker was the principal during the SST process in that second year, yes.
Okay. Did Dr. Parker sometimes attend the SST meetings, if you know?
I believe she may have attended some, yes.
Okay. Did there come a time when you decided you no longer wanted to, or maybe that you no longer thought it was useful to have that one-on-one assignment?
Yes, because.
Hold on just a moment.
Okay, what happened? I heard something. Object leading, okay, response.
I'll rephrase the question.
Thank you.
Did you ever decide that you did not want to continue the one-on-one relationship with JT?
As a secretary, I was.
Okay, same objection? Response?
I asked, did you ever decide that you didn't want to continue the one-on-one relationship with JT? He's already established the foundation that he had the one-on-one assignment. And did you decide is a question he can answer yes or no? He did decide it or he didn't. I'm not suggesting which of those answers is the right one, so it's not leading.
Okay, I think the leading part is to just continue the relationship with JT. So I think the proper phrasing would be, did you decide whether or not to continue or discontinue a relationship with JT? So if you could ask that, or do you want me to just?
Go ahead, Judge, if you would like to ask the question.
Did you get the question?
Yes.
Okay, can you answer? Thank you, sir.
It wasn't really a decision of sorts. It was a request, as a school counselor at that time. I had many students that I had to serve, and I felt like it took away my opportunity to service a lot of the other students within the building. So I had a request that if I could be relieved of that duty, so I could also service the other students. Besides, I could still assist. I heard it needed to be done with JT, but I also wanted to be able to service the other students within the building as well.
Thank you. During the time that you were working one-on-one with JT, did you experience behavior issues or witness behavior issues?
Can you repeat the question?
During the time you were working with JT, did you experience or witness behavior issues?
When we were more one-to-one, it tapered off more. He still had concerns here and there, but he knew his relationship we had me being his one-to-one that I would be there to help to correct or redirect a lot of his behaviors.
And what were the behaviors that you observed of JT at any point that year?
Non-compliant, defiant behavior, refusal to do work, just acting out of sorts where he wasn't following directions, things of that nature.
Would those issues ever be discussed at the SST meetings?
At times, yes.
Okay. I'd like to take you to January 6th of 2023. You remember that day?
Yes.
What is the first moment that you realize something might be up with JT?
Objection, leading, as soon as facts not evidence.
I'll rephrase.
Yes, sir.
On that day, did you ever notice anything unusual about JT?
On that day, I didn't even really witness him that day until later in that evening of the afternoon of that day.
Okay. Did you eventually become aware of a crisis that occurred that day?
It was brought to my attention that after dealing with another student, that something had took place at recess where JT apparently told another student something.
Here, sir, Your Honor.
So I understand it's hearsay. Let me walk through that with him. During the day on that day, did you have occasion to speak with any students?
Yes.
And were there any students who shared a concern related to JT?
Yes.
Now, without telling me what the student said, did you describe the student's demeanor, how they appeared at the moment they were telling you the information?
They were very emotional, very sad.
Okay. Again, without telling us what was said, were they referring to something they had just experienced or seen?
I wouldn't say they just experienced it, but they experienced it in an earlier time where they still holding on to whatever was stated.
Okay. And with that information, without telling me what was said, with that information, where did you go?
With that information, where I went is I went to Dr. Parker to address without the allegations that I heard.
Okay. Did you ask Dr. Parker to take any action?
I didn't ask her to take any action. It was presented to me that some action was taken at a particular time with something else. And then I requested her if I could take some action.
Okay. And what action did you ask Dr. Parker to take?
I asked her if I could take action of trying to search or to check the person about JT.
And what did Dr. Parker say anything?
She responded by saying that at the time, because of the scheduling he had, his parent or parental guides would be coming to get him, so that we could hold off at that time.
Okay. The concern and the desire to search JT, did you share your concern without telling us what was said? Did you share your concern with anyone else?
The only person that's I shared my concern with is when I went back to speak to Mrs. Zwerner after I spoke to Dr. Parker.
Okay. Mr. Rawls, at the time that you asked Dr. Parker for permission to search the person of JT, did you believe that you had the authority to do that without an administrator's approval?
You know, in my previous experiences, you just can't, in my position, you just can't search a student without some type of permission.
Okay. And finally, Mr. Rawls, as you sit here today, do you wish you had done differently that day?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have anything further.
Good afternoon, Mr. Wells. How are you? Good. Hopefully I won't keep it too long. So on January 6th of 2023, you were the school counselor at Richneck, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And so at some point was it at the very beginning of the year? Did you assume the responsibility of having the one-on-one contact with JT?
Not necessarily at the beginning of the year, no, sir.
Okay. But at some point you began one-on-one contact with JT, is that correct? Okay, and how were your initial interactions with JT? Were they positive, or was it a challenge?
At times it could have been a challenge, but we built a rapport from the year before where it wasn't as difficult for myself.
Okay, and so over a period of time, his behaviors began to get better. Is that correct?
I would say yes.
Okay, and you were part of the SST team. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you function as a counselor as a part of that team.
Yes, counselor coordinator.
Okay, would you say that you were in a pretty good position to assess how JT was doing on a given day?
I would say yes.
Okay. And would you say that you had more contact or less contact with JT than Mrs. Kovac, the reading specialist?
I would say we probably had
About the same amount of time? Okay. And at some point, you indicated that you requested less one-on-one time with JT?
Yes.
But it didn't sound like it was because he was doing better, but it's because you wanted to be able to help more students at the time. Is that correct?
Yeah, from my standpoint, point of view is to be more accessible to students.
Okay.
Okay, if you could speak up and tap that microphone on the table. Okay, talking to it, so Madam Court Reporter can get your words down. Thank you. So if you repeat your answer.
Oh. Can you repeat the question?
So you got to a point where you were spending less time with JT. The motivation for that was to be able to spend more time helping, I guess, more students and more people than just JT. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All
Go ahead, and I know we're hearing that mechanical squeaking now. We think it's a chair. So just, well, you know where it came
No, it
from?
wasn't a chair. It was a voice or something like that.
Well, do you know where it's coming from or feedback?
It seemed to be from my right.
Oh, okay. So again, there are other courtrooms and other lockups. We can't do anything about this noises. I'm sorry. Just ignore them. These things on the wall, these are sound panels. So we have as many as we can have, as you see, to absorb all the sound. So we'll just have to do our best to move forward.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
I
repeat
understand.
your question, please.
So my next question is, do you, when you began to have less contact with JT based on your request, did you think that was a good move for JT? Do you think that may have been detrimental to his progress?
I can't even really answer
Okay.
that.
But based on your position, you thought as far as resources, you needed to have contact with more students. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe it's that's what it is. That's what it is.
Okay,
So I'm the source of the distraction.
all right.
So after you decided to have less time with JT, did you notice any kind of degrade or in his behavior?
Not necessarily, because another plan was put in place to kind of I won't say replace me, but to try to subside my business.
Describe that go around on that next plan.
But the next plan, from my understanding, was that authoritative figure within this family would be able to come in to assist and support him in his times process.
Okay, and so you actually observed that next phase of the plan with JT. Okay, and did that next phase seem to cause improvement with JT's behavior?
As far as I know, once again, once I was alleviated from that, I wasn't so hands-on, but I would say it seemed like he was kind of improving. Yes.
Okay, so were there less calls from a teacher or from an administrator for you to respond to JT due to bad behavior?
On my understanding, yes. It was less calls to me, yes.
Okay. All right. Now let's talk about January 6th. Did you have contact with JT on January 6th of 2023?
Later in the afternoon, yes.
Okay.
Not like direct contact, like I observed him.
Okay. You said not direct contact, but you actually observed him. What? So as a result of hearing information, you decided to go and place your eyes on him. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And when you placed your eyes on him, was he in the classroom, or was that on the playground? Where was he at? In the hallway?
Time I placed my eyes on him, he was in the classroom.
Okay. And when you placed your eyes on him, did his behavior that you observed, did it cause you concern?
No.
Okay. Did he seem like it was JT, his normal behavior? Is that?
Actually, it seemed abnormal behavior. He was way calmer than he normally was.
Oh, okay. So he appeared calm. How long did you observe him?
It was a few minutes. It was long.
Okay. And during that few minutes, JT was doing okay. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it safe to say that you may have had some concerns for JT's safety or anybody else's safety, and that's why you wanted to put your eyes on him? Is that correct?
Well, not at that time. At that time, like I said, it was that one before that they were being that calm in that setting.
Okay.
But I didn't have any concerns of him.
Okay. So you put eyes on him, and you were satisfied that JT was doing well that day. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Did you have contact with him directly or indirectly after that?
No, I did not.
Okay. So you did not observe any behavior of JT on that day that made you believe that JT presented a threat of danger or harm to any of the students. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And I believe through the questioning, it seemed like there may have been an indication that there was some additional feedback that you received. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did that cause you to need to put your eyes on JT again?
The initial feedback that I received had me concerned about what was being said, and that's when I wanted to address it with Dr. Parker and things of that nature. The only other time that I saw JT, and I don't even recall really seeing him, particularly when I went back in that classroom. I don't remember actually seeing him at that time.
Okay. Okay. And do you remember the timing of that when you went back into the classroom?
Once again, it had to be between the hours of 12:45 to 1 something.
Okay.
But I don't recall the exact time.
At any time, did you feel like that you needed to step in and pull JT out of the classroom?
Only time that I felt after hearing the feedback that I would receive, and when once again I was told to hold off on that.
Okay. Did you agree with that decision?
At the time, I felt like it was the decision that was made, and whether I agree with it or not, I was just there to be a support. When I came back to the classroom, I spoke to Ms. Zwerner. I told her what was said. I just told her that I would be there if she needed me.
Okay. When you left Ms. Zwerner, did you feel like you were leaving her in extreme danger, or the students in extreme danger?
No.
Okay. When you walked away from that class, you were at peace with JT's behavior, what was going on in the classroom. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so when the actual incident occurred, did you immediately think that, oh no, JT has shot somebody?
No. When they went into lockdown, I thought it was a drill initially.
So you were shocked that the incident actually occurred. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Even with the earlier feedback that you received. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. You did not think that you needed to take any action to prior to the incident to separate JT from the classroom. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Separate his classmates from him. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You didn't feel like you needed to call the police? Okay. All right. If you believe that there was a gun, do you understand that it was your responsibility to separate JT from the classroom?
Yeah, I can delegate my responsibility.
Okay.
Definitely it was.
Okay, and it would also have been your responsibility to contact authorities, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. You had been involved in previous incidents when JT was removed from the classroom, isn't that correct?
Yes.
Okay, just a couple days before that, okay, you were involved in that incident? Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay, you removed him from the classroom?
Yes.
The incident wasn't something that caused danger or harm to his classmates. It's a cell phone was broken. Is that correct? And that resulted in him being taken to the office. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we just
Okay.
shoved it a little bit, but nothing major.
Okay. So, as a staff member, even on that day, you understood it was your responsibility, if you thought that there was a threat to the students, to remove the threat or the students from that danger. Is that correct?
Objection asked and answered.
Yeah, that's fine. Ronna, can I have a moment?
Yes, ma'am.
No, that's all.
Thank you. Any brief direct?
Briefly, yes, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Just so that I understand the timeline of events, you testified on cross that you went and put your eyes on JT. Do you know if that was before or after you spoke with the student and it caused you to go to the assistant principal?
No.
It's before, okay. Do you know roughly how long before you spoke with that student?
I do not recall.
Okay. Would it have been more than 2 hours?
It was earlier that day.
Okay. And what were the initials of the student that you spoke to?
I don't remember the first initial was R.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any further questions, Judge.
Anything further from the defense for this witness?
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Hello, Mr. Ross. You just mentioned speaking with a student with the first initial of R. Did you ever tell Dr. Parker what R has said to you?
I believe I mentioned what he had mentioned to me, yes.
You believe you did. Do you know for certain whether you did?
Certain.
Okay. Would you be surprised if you did not do that?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. No further questions.
Any further from the Commonwealth?
Judge, based on that, I'm going to need a couple of minutes
Okay.
before redirect, I guess.
All right. So we'll take this is a good time for stretch break and after lunch restroom break. So it's 3:25. Let's come back at 3:35. Sir, so you're still in oath, but you can step down and retire to the witness room, and we'll bring you back out, and we'll have the jurors go back to the jury room. Thank you all. 10-minute recess.
Please rise to the jury.
I was outside with the dog. And all of a sudden I hear this noise. I've been hearing a lot of strange noises today. So, what do we do now? I know my back is throbbing. So what do we all think, considering I have to rewatch part of the morning? I don't know. It's a tough one, y'all. Not quite sure what to think. I mean, civilly, they said she was in the wrong. Criminally? Did she do something wrong criminally? Is there something more everybody could have done that day? I mean, that's the question. What more could have anyone else have done? I mean, yeah, she can say what she wants in the videos, but according to her and her video, she did everything she could do. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, it was an unfortunate accident. Aren't things accidents anymore? I mean, can't something just be an accident? I just don't think so. I mean, you can clearly see that from the headlines on most of the news. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm not too smart either, so. I just know that darn lawyer, man, he objects to everything. This court case is going to take a lot longer than 4 days if he keeps it up. Just like with that new Netflix show, The Crash. Okay? She says she don't remember. So what are we going to do? We put this girl in prison for the rest of her life because she was in a car accident, and they think that she intentionally unalived her friends and her boyfriend. We don't know. Apparently the state of Ohio does, because she's sitting in prison. Glad that's not under my belt. I mean, if she could just tell them. I think it's all because she don't give up the information on what they want to know. They want to know what happened right before the crash. And because she don't say, she says she don't remember, they think she was up to no good. I don't know, y'all. I just think sometimes accidents happen. And I heard in the state of Ohio, they're very strict on their rules. Someone said that she will probably do life. And then her dad got laid off from his job because he was in that Netflix thing. Don't you think that's something you should have talked to your job about? Yeah, that family is taking a hit. I mean, I'm not going to sit and say I know everything about the law, but accidents happen. We all know that. I made a pineapple upside down cake from scratch. Oh my God, y'all. You would not believe how good this was. Fucking walking like a 90. Oh my God.
Sorry, I'll have more. I
Oh,
looked
that's
at
okay.
I found those. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna take them.
Yeah.
I don't like the way trams make me feel.
Yeah. I'll probably have to take all three of those.
Those are hundreds though.
Oh, well, a good thing you don't,
Yeah,
because I was
those
about ready
yeah,
just to flip all
yeah.
three of them.
Those aren't the 25s. Those are either 50 or 100s. I'm not sure.
But they're
I know,
probably
I know
50.
they're not 25.
I've never had a 50 tram or a 25 tram. Yeah, there's a 50 tram. Well, thank you. Thanks
Yeah.
for thinking about me.
Yeah, when you said
The
that, I
last-
was like, I just literally found him like 2 days ago.
The last, one I had was, in the same bottle.
I like your haircut.
Yeah, I just chopped it off. I said, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm losing it anyway because my kidneys are failing and, I think pancreatitis so bad.
That's
Yeah, tell me about it.
that's Well, yeah, I wanted to stop that over while I had off driving me around. I got the baby in the car. So
Oh, yeah, go.
all right, I'll see you later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A friend of mine just dropped off some ibuprofen. I hurt my back. And oh my God. Ah. But she was trying to tell me they were only hundreds, but ibuprofen, the Walmart brands, are 200.
All right, so if you resume the witnessing and the sheriff, we can bring the jurors back up. Yes, you need to come and connect audio. Please come on up. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
I got this one.
Okay, we got that one. What about the other one? He said this one. Okay.
Yeah, I tried most of them.
Okay, thank you.
Please rise for the jury. Jurors in the box.
You go and have a seat, thank you. You may resume your redirect. I'm sure we're redirect.
This is re-redirect.
Okay.
Yes, be quick. Mr. Wells, thank you. I believe you indicated to the defense counsel that you didn't remember what you had told or whether you told Dr. Parker about the incident at the time you asked for permission to search the backpack. Is it true that you don't remember that? Sure. Understandable. Did you give a statement to police in this case?
Yes.
And if I were able to provide you with a transcript of that, might it refresh your memory about what you said to Dr. Parker? Okay, may I approach that?
Yes, and you responded yes, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and he nodded his head, I just wanted to make sure it was recorded.
Thank
Yes, you may approach.
I'm just handing you this document. I want you to take a look and read there where I put a pink post-it note. And after you're done reading, look up and I'll ask you a question.
Hold on, don't read it. Yeah, sorry. Read it to your. Just read it silently, and then I'll ask you a question about it. Sorry. And does that refresh your memory about what you said to Dr. Parker regarding the incident?
To an extent, yes.
Okay. Would you just tell us then what it was you said to her?
I'm looking at the witness. At this point, he looks like he's looking at this page, and he's going to be looking at the page and then advising. So his memory has been refreshed.
I'll take it back.
Okay.
I'll go
Okay,
get
so
it.
what's your
May I
objection?
approach?
Okay, you just like him to.
I want this done properly. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, may I approach?
You may approach.
Thank you.
And ultimately, the legal principle is you can't read from that statement. You can refresh your memory, but you need to testify from your memory. Okay.
Based on, now let's refresh, if he has independent recollection.
Well, he said to an extent, so,
He did.
we'll flush it out, and we'll give you the opportunity to cross. Go proceed, Mr. Jenkins.
Having refreshed your recollection, do you remember what you said to Dr. Parker prior to asking to search the backpack?
Book bag was searched from JT, and nothing was found in the book bag.
Do you remember if you confirmed with Dr. Parker that you and she knew what you were talking about? Or who?
I know enough that we confirmed that we thought something may have been in the backpack, yes.
Okay, thank you. I don't have anything further.
And Mr. Rawls, and from what you just recounted, nothing was in the backpack, correct? It had been searched and nothing was there, correct? Okay. And at that point, you did not believe there was any credible threat, correct?
Objection asked and answered on recross.
No, I'll withdraw the question, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, anything further for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and the status for Mr. Rawls, may he be excused of this, need to remain.
I'd ask, I'm sorry.
No, I'll.
I'd ask that he be released.
Oh, no, we're gonna ask that he be removed.
So we're gonna ask that he be constructed. I agree to that. We'll ask that he be constructively sequestered, remain available for recall.
Are you, is that suitable to the defense?
Yes, sure.
Okay, and do you all have his phone number?
No, come on, Captain.
Absolutely, I do be happy to facilitate that happening.
Okay, so Mr. Rawls, what that means is you are still a witness, you still have the ability to be recalled. So do not discuss this case, do not discuss your testimony, but you do not have to stay in the courthouse, you do not have to stay in the witness room. You can leave and go about your daily business. You will either get a phone call, one, to come back to the courtroom, or two, that the trial is over and that you are no longer a sequestered witness. All right, any questions, sir? All right, thank you, you may step down. Next witness.
Megan DeLeon.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Thank you, ma'am. You walk around, please, to the witness stand, watch your step. The chair and microphone are adjustable. All right, you may proceed.
Good afternoon. Would you please tell us your name?
Megan DeLeon?
Ms. DeLeon, do you have a daughter?
I do.
I want to just caution you, and I know we've discussed this, but during the course of this trial, we're not using any children's names, only using initials or referring to your daughter if you prefer. Back in January of 2023, was your daughter attending school?
Yes.
Where?
Richneck Elementary.
Is that here in Newport News?
Yes.
And what are your daughter's initials? On January 6th of 2023, did you become aware of an incident that caused you to go to the school early?
Yes.
And when you got to the school, did you immediately see SD? your daughter? Do you eventually see her that day?
Yes, when they bring her out to me.
Okay. When you first see her, describe, without telling me anything she said, just describe her demeanor, how she appeared to you and how she interacted with you.
Initially, she just seemed happy to see me and her dad. It was later on in the evening when she kind of showed different behavior.
By different behaviors, you mean different than prior to the events of January 3rd? Describe what behaviors you observed.
Just that evening, it was a very hectic day, so we just ordered a pizza in and just tried to put some show on to kind of. But the doorbell rang just for pizza, and she just got very scared, jumped from her seats. The sound of the doorbell and other sounds like that for many months to come just scared her.
What kinds of sounds would scare her?
Slamming of a door. I know, just loud bangs. She described the sound as a ladder falling when the gun went off. So loud sounds have startled her.
Mayor, I'm going to object to her statement. Sounded like a ladder when the gun went off. Sounds like she's testifying to some statements that as he may have stated, that's what she had done. I'm objecting to this.
If the request is to strike sounds like a ladder when the gun went off, I agree to that.
Okay, so struck, so consider that, please. Next question.
So what other behavioral changes, if any, related to SD did you notice in the immediate days and weeks?
Not understanding why this happened. She loved her teacher. The teacher was kind, and she just understand why anyone wanted her
And who was her teacher, if you know?
this morning.
Okay. So Ms. Zwerner, was Ms. Zwerner's classroom her homeroom?
Yes.
Okay. As a result of what you observed with SD, did you seek help for her of some kind?
Yes. We went to just regular counseling through our insurance, and then also spiritual counseling through my church.
And how long did that go on for?
6 months.
That's strong objection,
Response.
These are the injuries that the neglect caused, the trauma to the children, and I believe that that is relevant.
So I'll allow it, but do you have additional questions down this line, or do you have additional questions in this line of questioning?
Only to elicit any additional different things that she noticed in her daughter. That's it.
I'll allow it, you may proceed.
Okay. We're from January 3rd to present. Any additional things you've noticed in your daughter that were not present prior to the January 3rd incident?
She's very, she doesn't want to talk about it. She keeps everything in close hold. She holds in a lot of feelings and emotions. Recently, we went back to counseling. This is the time they said to start doing. They get to give her some time and re-engage with the counselor. And they said that she has depression, anxiety, and one other thing where she's always on alert.
All right. Thank you. I don't have any more questions for you, but thank you.
Good afternoon, Ms. DeLeon. You were never inside of Richneck Elementary School on January 6, 2023, correct?
In the building? No.
Okay. And you did not encounter your daughter in the building, correct?
Right out front. No, they brought out to me.
Okay. You filed a civil lawsuit arising from the events of January 6, 2023, correct?
Yes.
In this courthouse, correct?
in this courthouse, through Newport News, yes.
Okay.
What do you mean by that?
There's a pending lawsuit in Newport News Circuit Court, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you've named Dr. Parker as a defendant in that case?
Well, I prefer not to talk about my opinions of the case.
Well,
It's more of a
I'm
personal.
going to object, Judge, and ask that we not talk about a child's civil matter on TV, that we have not continue the broadcast while she's speaking about the civil suit that is her child's, really, not hers.
The court's ruling will be the same as earlier, so the objection will be overruled. She's been cautioned that we're only using initials, but the questioning party has a right to cross-examine about interest in case. And if you just ask who the named parties, not what your opinion is, and I think you said I prefer not to share my opinion on it. So non-responsive as well. Repeat your question, Mr. T.
thank you, Your Honor. In that civil lawsuit, you have named Dr. Parker as a defendant, correct?
Yes, please.
Okay. And you are seeking money damages from the defendants in that case, correct?
I'm more seeking justice for my daughter and what she went through.
And you are seeking money damages from the defendants in that case, correct?
Yes, there is settlement and discussion with that, yes.
Yes, but the loss, I know there are settlement discussions, I'm sure there are. But in terms of what you're asking for in that lawsuit is money, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you believe that a criminal conviction of Dr. Parker would help in that case, correct?
I don't have any opinion about that or anything to say about that.
Okay. After January 6th, you requested that your daughter be transferred to a different school, correct?
Yes,
And that request was refused by Newport News Public Schools, correct?
it was.
Okay. No further questions.
Thank you. Anything further from the Commonwealth?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And the status of this witness?
We'll ask that she be released, and we're also calling Nicholas De Leon.
Any objection from defense to this witness being released?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am, for your testimony. You are released as a witness. You are welcome to remain in the courtroom, or you may leave the building. Thank you. And the next witness's name again, I'm sorry.
Nicholas De Leon.
Okay, Mr. De Leon, please.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to the testimony of the next witness because I believe it's cumulative. I don't think that we will be able to testify to anything other than his.
I don't know who they are, so, okay, tell me why it's cumulative.
Husband and wife. Mother and father of the child.
Okay, it's just one witness, I'll allow, are you bringing out 5 relatives for the same child?
Absolutely not, Your Honor,
Okay,
absolutely
you
not.
come out
This is it.
overruled. Mr. De Leon, please.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Sir, please take the witness stand, watch your step, chair and microphone are adjustable. You may proceed.
Good afternoon, sir. Would you please tell us your name?
Nicholas De Leon.
Mr. De Leon, just a reminder that we're not using the names of any children at all, including your own. But do you have a daughter?
I do.
And what are her initials?
S. D.
And where did SD attend school?
Richneck Elementary.
Okay. And are, as of January 3rd, 2023, were you, let me ask the question like this. Who is SD's mom?
Megan.
Thank you. Between the time of January 6, 2023, before and after, were there any changes that you noticed in your daughter SD after that hadn't been there before?
Yes.
Could you just describe what you personally noticed or observed, but not anything that she said to you?
I noticed that she was anxious, depressed, very not like herself, as in being quiet, distant, couldn't sleep.
How long did that persist?
Quite some time.
Okay.
Months.
Did you and her mom seek any sort of treatment for her?
Yes, counseling and spiritual counseling.
Has it helped?
I think it's hard to say at this point. She's still going through counseling. It's been up and down, I think, with her.
All right. And just to confirm, whose class was SD in?
Zwerner's.
And was that at Richneck Elementary?
It was.
All right. Thank you. I don't have any other questions for you. Please answer any from defense counsel.
Good afternoon, Mr. DeLeon. All right, you mentioned your daughter SD. You don't have any knowledge of whether SD was in the classroom when Ms. Zwerner was shot, do you?
I was not there in person, but that is her classroom.
I understand. But you don't have any idea whether she was actually in the classroom, correct?
From what I understand, that she was in the classroom.
And what do you basically understand? Is that from somebody told you?
Again, I was not there.
Okay.
I can't verify that. But
So you can't verify that. I'm asking you to tell me what you were told. That's hearsay. Okay. Now, you are aware that your wife, or I don't know the status of your relationship, but Megan De Leon has filed a lawsuit on behalf of your daughter in this courtroom, correct? I mean, this courthouse, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that you're aware that Dr. Parker is a named defendant in that lawsuit, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you're aware that money damages from Dr. Parker are being sought in that lawsuit, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And so you have a financial interest in a criminal conviction of Dr. Parker, correct?
I don't. It's on behalf of my daughter.
Oh, so you believe your daughter has a financial interest in the conviction of Dr. Parker?
Today, that's a separate case.
Just answer my question.
That's a separate suit.
Answer my question. Do you believe that your daughter has a financial interest in the criminal conviction of Dr. Parker?
Today, I don't believe so, no.
Do you believe that a criminal conviction of Dr. Parker will help in that civil lawsuit?
Objection asked and answered. You said no.
No, it has not been asked and answered. Your Honor, I asked a different question.
Well, it's a different question, and I think you already answered it. Are you asking this answer to be struck?
Yes, it's irrelevant and duplicate.
Overruled, and your answer was no, sir, if I heard you correctly?
Correct.
Thank you.
No further.
Questions?
No further questions, Your Honor.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
And status of this witness?
I would ask that he be released.
Any objection? Okay, thank you, sir. You excuse me, duties as a witness, you may stay in the courtroom or leave, as you see fit. Next witness?
Commonwealth will call Tanisha Richardson.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And watch your step, and your chair and microphone are adjusted.
Good afternoon. Would you please tell us your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Tanisa Richardson.
Ms. Richardson, do you have a child?
I do.
And in January of 2023, was your child in school?
Yes.
What are your child's initials?
KS.
All right. And just as a reminder, we're only using initials, not names today. Where was your KS in school?
He was in his classroom. He was in first grade in his Zwerner's class at Richneck Elementary.
All right. Did there come a time earlier than normal on January 6, 2023, when you had to go to the school, Richneck, to pick up KS?
Yes. I received notice that there was a community post on social media that there was a heavy police presence at the school.
Okay, let me stop you there. You're okay. Just let me ask you questions and I'll walk you through it, okay? So after you saw what you saw online, did you go to the school?
I did.
Were you eventually reunited with KS?
Yes.
Could you describe, without telling us anything that he said, could you describe his demeanor, how he appeared to you when you first saw him?
He was very tired. He was cold. And he was ready to get home. He was just really exhausted from the day.
Yeah. Did you notice any changes in his behavior after January 6th of 2023 as opposed to before?
Yes.
I want you to just describe what you were able to notice as his parent that changed after January 6th, 2023.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, I understand.
And the news is directed to Bill Bleak that, so it's not going to go out to the press. I just wanted to assure you, we will catch it.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Bedwetting, stomach aches, headaches, school avoidance, just a general anxiousness, just extreme fear.
That must have been where they
as well
ended.
as hypervigilance.
When you say school avoidance, can you kind of describe to me what that means?
He was literally afraid to return to school.
How long was he afraid to go to school?
I would say until at least the end of the school year of that year.
Did you seek a type of treatment for KS?
I did.
Okay. What did you seek?
He actually had a psychologist initially, and then he also attended CBT therapy with a counselor weekly.
And how long did that go on, and is it still going on?
I would say it lasted about 1.5 to 2 years, and we stopped it since then because his therapist went to a new practice.
Okay. Do you think that it has helped KS?
It has helped.
Good. Thank you. I don't have anything further for you. Thanks.
Good afternoon, Ms. Richardson.
Good afternoon.
You currently have a civil lawsuit pending in this courthouse, correct? Regarding the incidents of January 6, 2023?
Yes.
Okay. And you've also, in that lawsuit, you've named Dr. Parker as a defendant, correct?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I don't feel comfortable discussing the details of that in this arena.
Your Honor, I'm just going to renew my prior objection. I understand the court's rule on the issue.
So the court will overrule the objection. It's appropriate to be discussed. So if you could please answer the question. Repeat your question, Mr. T.
Thank you, Your Honor. In the lawsuit that you currently have filed in Newport News Circuit Court, you have named Dr. Ebony Parker as a defendant, correct?
Correct.
And in that lawsuit, you are suing Dr. Parker and the other defendants for money, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you and several other parents share the same attorney, correct?
That's correct.
And you believe that a criminal conviction of Dr. Parker will help in that civil lawsuit, don't you?
No.
Okay. Have you made any other demands of Dr. Parker or the other defendants?
No.
Okay. Do you know when that lawsuit is scheduled to go to trial?
No.
Okay. When was that lawsuit filed?
I believe it was February of 2023.
February 2023?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. No further questions, Zwerner.
You may proceed.
Just a couple of more questions for you. As a result of the incident on January 6, 2023, and all of the things that your son has done, have you spent money?
Yes.
I'm going to object to go beyond cross-examination.
I think that's right on point with the cross-examination. He asked if she was seeking money in a lawsuit, and I think it's very fair for me to ask if she also spent money as a result of the incident.
I'll allow you to proceed.
Did you spend money as a result of what happened to your son?
Yes.
All right, thank you. I don't have anything further.
Anything further for this witness?
No, Your Honor, I ask that she be released.
Any objection to her being released?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. You are excused as the witness. You may stay in the courtroom or leave the building. Next witness.
The next witness will be Ramon Gonzalez. Your Honor, I anticipate having this witness plus one more.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please take the witness stand, watch your step. Answer questions for counsel. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Would you please tell us your name?
My name is Ramon Sebastian Gonzalez Hernandez.
Thank you. And I would like to just a quick reminder that during this trial, we're not speaking the names of any children at all and only using initials. Do you have a child?
Yes, sir.
What are your child's initials?
GG.
And did your child attend school? Did GG attend school in January of 2023?
Yes, he did.
What grade was he in?
First grade.
And where did he attend school?
At Richneck Elementary.
Do you know who his homeroom main teacher was?
Yes, I do.
Who was it?
Abigail Zwerner.
All right. Did there come a time on January 6, 2023, when you had to unexpectedly go to GG's school, Richneck?
Yes, I did.
And when you arrived at the school, did you immediately see GG?
No, I did not.
Okay, stay with me and let me walk you through it, okay? So eventually, did you see GG at the school?
Eventually, yes.
And when you saw him, could you please just describe without saying anything that he said, describe his demeanor, how he was acting, and how he appeared to you.
He walked out of the school with a look on his face like he had seen a ghost, pretty much. I was crying myself. He wasn't crying, but he was in shock, like complete, utter shock.
Okay. And from that moment forward, did you notice any changes in behavior from Gigi as opposed to before January 6th?
Yes, at home he was a little bit snappier with his brother. Whenever they would argue, he would be a little bit more aggressive. Other things like he had to sleep with him every night because he just felt more comfortable. Bedwetting almost every night. Things like that.
And were all of those things new after January 6th?
That was new after that. Okay. He loved to sleep by himself before that.
And did your family seek some help and treatment for Gigi?
Yes, we did. Right after the incident, we went, I want to say 2 or 3 times. Mm-hmm. And he was very adamant that he didn't want to go because we wanted to keep his life as normal as possible after the incident. So wasn't trying to force it down his throat. You know?
Okay. And has he, at any time between then and now, has he sought any treatment beyond that?
Not since then, no.
Okay. And how long did any concerning behaviors that you've described last?
It still lasts to this day. Getting better gradually, I think. But still, he has a lot of mood swings. And the whole big wedding thing happens. It's very rough.
Did your family incur any expenses as a result of this?
As far as with the
for Gigi, as a result of this, did you have some expenses?
No, with the therapy that was provided, so we didn't have any expenses as far as that.
Okay, thank you. I don't have anything else for you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gonzalez.
Good afternoon.
You weren't at Richneck Elementary School on January 6, 2023, correct?
I picked up my GG that day.
But you were not inside of the building, correct?
No.
You learned about the shooting after the fact, of course. Did the school contact you at the time of the shooting?
No. I had a friend of mine, a coworker, contacted me and told me about the shooting.
But did the school ever contact you?
Afterwards, yeah.
How long after?
I would say an hour and a half.
Okay. Your child was not in the classroom where the shooting occurred, correct?
Yes, he was.
Okay. And you're saying he was a student in that classroom?
He was a student in Ms. Zwerner's classroom.
Okay. And you filed a civil lawsuit in this case, stemming from the events of January 6, 2023?
I don't feel comfortable talking about that.
And Your Honor, I'd like to note my continuing objection.
Okay, so noted. Sir, you do need to answer the question, please.
Yes.
Okay. And you have named Dr. Parker as a defendant, correct?
Yes.
All right. You're seeking money damages from Dr. Parker in that case, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And a criminal conviction of Dr. Parker would be helpful to that lawsuit, wouldn't it?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, I asked that he be released, please.
Any objection from the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your testimony. You may step down, and by release, you can leave the courtroom or stay in the courtroom, but you're no longer needed as a witness. Thank you.
And the comment will call Sarah Gonzalez.
Your Honor, again, we're going to object. This is a duplicative witness. If that adds nothing to the case, this is the last other parent of the child, the second parent of the child.
So noted, overruled. You can bring out the witness. Thank you. And this is last witness?
This is the last witness, right?
I'm not going to, I'm just trying to line up.
I understand. I understand. I will take a moment to double check that this is,
Understood.
that we're
Understood.
into, but yes.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Thank you, ma'am. Please take the witness stand, watch your step. Chairs and microphone are adjustable. You may proceed.
Good afternoon. Would you please tell us your name?
Hi, Sarah Gonzalez.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have a child?
Yes,
Remember that we're only using initials or referring to your child as my child. What are the initials of your child?
G.
And who is Gigi's father?
Ramon Gonzalez.
Okay. I want to take you to January 6th of 2023. On that afternoon, where were you when you first see Gigi?
After the incident, when I saw him,
When you first see him on January 6th, 2023.
at our home,
Okay. When you first see him at your home, is it still on January 6th?
yes,
And do you know roughly what time it would be?
it was in the evening.
Okay. Could you just describe for me, without telling me anything he said, but could you describe his demeanor, how he appeared, and how he was acting toward you?
When my husband came home with him in the car and he came out, he was like he had seen a ghost, kind of. He was white, and his eyes were very big, and he was just kind of, I've never seen that look before, but he was kind of like he was in shock.
Okay. Were ongoing after that day, were there any issues with Gigi that you noticed that were different than prior to the January 6th?
Yes.
Describe those to us.
He couldn't sleep by himself anymore. He had to sleep with someone else, and to this day he still sleeps with his older brother, and he just refuses to sleep by himself. And he frequent bedwetting started occurring after that, and frequent bouts of losing his temper, and just becoming angry, things like that.
Yeah. And for how long did those things last?
For a long time. It's improved, I would say, but it still occurs. It was very frequent after that for quite some time.
Are there any other major life adjustments that your family had to make as a result of what Gigi went through?
Just trying to internalize it and, move forward, and, it's the impact on my husband and myself. It was pretty significant and caused a lot of anxiety, and,
That seems almost the impact on
I agree, Judge. We won't go down that road.
Okay, so we won't consider that just to the child. Next question.
I don't have any more questions. Thank you so much. Please answer any questions from defense counsel.
Good afternoon, Ms. Gonzalez. you have filed a civil lawsuit in this courthouse as well, regarding the events of January 6, 2023, correct?
I don't feel comfortable speaking on that, as it's relevant to my son.
Okay, objection noted, and you do need to answer, please, repeat the questions.
You have filed a civil lawsuit related to the events of January 6, 2023 in this circuit court, correct? And you have named Dr. Parker as a defendant in that matter, correct? And you're seeking money damages from Dr. Parker and the other defendants, correct?
Am I still liable to speak on this?
Yes, ma'am, you need to answer the question, please.
Yes.
Okay. In fact, you and several other parents are represented by the same attorney, right?
Objection, Judge, that is not who they are represented by in the civil suit. It's not in any way relevant.
Response.
I think it's relevant. We have a series of witnesses, all filing civil lawsuits, and represented by the same attorney. I think it's totally relevant to these proceedings.
And I object to counsel saying they're all represented by the same attorney. He's not testifying.
Correct, that's not evidence.
Well,
And I'm going to sustain the objection. Who their attorneys are, it is not relevant.
Okay.
But, you know, that there's a lawsuit is relevant for cross-examination. Next
Okay.
question.
And a criminal conviction of Dr. Parker will help in that lawsuit, right? What was your answer? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay. So you have a financial interest in these proceedings, right? I'm sorry?
I imagine that's part of it, yes.
Okay. No further questions.
That's all for this witness, Judge, and I would ask that she be released.
Any objection? Okay, ma'am, so you are excused from being the witness. Thank you for your testimony. That means you can stay in the courtroom or you may leave, and watch your step as you step in.
Judge, may I have just less than 1 minute?
Yes, sir.
To confirm.
You can step down. Thank you, ma'am. And the sheriff will direct you.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth Press.
Your Honor, we will have motions to strike, but I do want to take time with my co-counsel and the defendant to make sure that we have every base fully covered. So I'm going to ask the court to consider going on recess for the remainder of the day, and then we'll come back first thing tomorrow and make our motions and present any evidence on behalf of the defense.
Commonwealth, in terms of proceeding in that chronological fashion, your position.
I'll submit to the court.
Okay. All right, so to the jury, we take up the motion to strike outside of the presence of the jury. It's 4:25 today, and they're asking to do so in the morning. So I will kindly ask you all to report back, and would you like the jurors to report? What time is the council prepared to do motions to strike in the morning? 8:30 or 9? And I'll give that an hour and ask the jurors to report an hour after that.
Any time is fine.
Understood.
Your Honor, if we can be prepared for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Say that start at 9?
Yes, 4 motions to strike, yes.
4 motions, and ask the jurors to report at 10.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so thank you again for day 3. You have the same cautionary instruction. Please do not discuss the case, research the case, allow others to discuss it and or share their discussions, their thoughts, and opinions with you. I know that's hard. I know this is a high-profile case, but that is important to the integrity of the process. And please report at 10 a.m. Are there any issues, anything I can assist you all with? Okay, and last, please, I will not be able to court to provide lunch tomorrow. My assistant's off. And she's the one who, while we're here, actually goes to pick it up. So bring your lunch or be prepared to go out to get food tomorrow. All right, thank you very much.
Please rise for the jury. Make sure you move your elbows.
Thank you, Sheriff. Anything else from the Commonwealth of Defense to take up before we make our evening recess?
No, Your Honor.
No, no.
All right, we'll be in recess. Thank you. See you all at 9 a.m.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, and if they'll come, oh, I saw him mute that.
Sorry, y'all. There was a bus backing up, and I didn't want to turn it on because it was really loud. That was a good day. So I couldn't hear because of the bus. So I'm pretty sure the defense or the state rested, right? So I guess they're gonna do motions in the morning and continue the case until they're done. So probably we'll be able to get into closing arguments and jury instructions, and then the jury should be able to get it, right? Right. Now, I don't have any idea, so don't take my word for it. All right, well, anyways, y'all have a good day. I will see you in the morning. Stay safe, and see you then. Bye-bye. Oh, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Bye.